Hello! How are we, Leamington? Are we good? We all seem happy. I think we can do better than that. Are we good? Hey! Give us a cheer if you're a student. Kind of an odd thing to ask in this competition. I'm also a student, which is good, because otherwise the entrance policy on this competition is really slack. But I'm a master's student, and my course costs £6,580. And that's a lot of money. That's a big number for me to try and compute. 6,580. That's like the age I'll be when I finally hit puberty. 6,580. It's a big number. 6,580 is the amount of first dates that there would have been in the movie if Adam Sandler also had amnesia. It's a lot. That's a lot to try and compute. But I'm not really doing much in my life as a student. I have a lot of spare time. Recently I spent 20 minutes just chasing a straw around a glass with my face. I finally caught up to the straw and had a little sip. It was a milkshake, one of those Nesquik bad boys, pretty good. But then the joy of the milkshake was somewhat diminished by the intimidating presence of all those boys in my yard. I'm not really doing much, as you can probably tell. I recently rearranged all my DVDs into reverse alphabetical order, just to give it that zany Hebrew feel. I'm not doing an awful lot at all. I recently spent 4 hours... Did the lights just do that? Yeah, good. I'm not having a stroke. I recently spent 4 hours working out what I would do in the event of a mugging. And after 4 hours, the best I could come up with was to jump up and down repeatedly, so at least 50% of the time I was the bigger, more intimidating one. Joke was on him though, because I managed to sustain myself in the air for 56% of the time, rendering him terrified. 56%, it was somewhat of a hollow victory, because 56% is a really crap statistic. 56%, no one's happy with 56%. No one's celebrating 56%. That's like the amount of weight distribution you need to ruin every game of seesaw you'll ever play. So that was a bit crappy. But I'm recently single, and so I've sort of forgotten how to talk to women. I'm not one of these guys that can go into a nightclub and go up to a girl and be like, "Hey, take me home." Because if I do that, if I walk up to a girl and go, "Hey, take me home," I look like I should belong outside a festival under a tent with lost children. But I'm not very good at chatting to women. Like recently, my friends were like, "Oh, let's go out on the pool. Let's party all night long." So I packed an overnight bag. Which was a poor move, but I've got something in here that's been sort of helping me chat to women, and I'm going to use it I'm going to trial some flirting on you guys, if that's all right. And can you guys sort of rate me on a scale of 1 to oh no? Does that sound good? Okay, I've got my book here that helps me out. It's got a step-by-step guide on how to flirt. Step number 1, because you see, I can talk to you guys, that's fine, because I'm not actually looking at any of you. But when I have a one-on-one with a girl, things go horribly wrong. So I'm going to practice, and I need you guys to be really, really nice to me and not scare me. Does that sound good? Yeah. 3 of you aren't willing to scare me. The rest of you, things are going to go bad for me. Okay. Step number 1 is simply to just make eye contact. The biggest problem with this step is, in order to find out what step number 2 is, I need to break eye contact. Is that okay with you? Good. Step number 2 is to find out their name. Oh, what's your name?
It's
Cat. Correct. What's your favourite letter in that name?
The T.
The T. You feel it has a stern end. Do you worry that when people say your name, because the T's so good, they just want it to be over and they want to get to the end quickly? No? I'll try something different. Step number 3 is to compliment them. I really like your fingernails. How many have you got?
10.
Snap! Step number 4 is don't be too subtle. I've already done extensive research into where you live. And on that note, I'm going to end. I've been David Murphy. Have a lovely evening.